At the end of the day, do what's going to make you happy, but also don't set yourself up for failure if you don't have to. Hello everyone, my name is Naya and welcome to Let Me Just Say This. I hope you guys are doing so well. And specifically on today, honey, I hope you feel loved. I hope you're being loved well. And if you are not, I pray that somebody comes along that's gonna love you so motherfucking good. Oh my God, they're gonna love you down to the ground. Okay, from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet, baby. I hope that you feel love and that you're getting love in a beautiful way. And if you are not, and if you're going through it, you already know what to do. Bring it in. Let me give you a hug, little audio hug. Love you so much. Sending you all of my love. If you are new here, hello, welcome to the vibe, welcome to the tribe. Go ahead and subscribe because you are going to love it here. I already love you. So go ahead and hit that button. You know what to do, okay? And if you are been here with me, hello, hey, how are you today? If you're watching on the YouTube channel, as you should, okay, you see me, I see you. Why did you wake up looking that good today? Listen, who gave you permission to be this perfect, honey? You see me, I see you. You looking good, me too. I'm really excited to be back with you guys in this episode today. And I know you're probably wondering, Naya, why are you so lovey-dovey, girl? What's up with you? Who done cracked you like an egg, girl? That's none of your business, but we're gonna talk about a little bit of love today. A little bit of love today. Oh my Shayla. Today we are talking something that I'm almost certain that everyone on this planet has or will experience, and it is the battle between the mind and the heart. Logic versus emotion. I know I don't tell y'all too much of my business no more about my love life, and I'm not gonna start today. Don't get excited, think you finna get some tea. You're not getting no tea today, but just know this. Miss Mommy has been going through a lot in her love life. Actually, my love life has been quite the movie. Like, it's like a rom-com horror, girl. And girl, I'm really trying to make it out alive. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to survive this season of my life. And I had a very, very interesting conversation with my best friends, Austin, Ashley, and Shabria. And Austin had said something to me that really sat with me. He said, Anaya, you're thinking with your brain and you need to be thinking with your heart. You know, sometimes love isn't logical. Sometimes love isn't, it don't make sense. It does not make sense. And not everybody's love story is going to make sense. And I was just like, ugh, that is literally going against everything in my fiber of my being because I am an analyst. I'm an analytical thinker, girl. And so when I tell you my heart and my head be duking it out, girl, when I tell you that my brain and my heart be really tussling, bad, honey, bad. I'm talking baddies level brawls, girl. I'm talking about we in an open field. The cameras are rolling. Mink, mink, mink. Wop, wop, wop. Yes, that is what I've been going through. And I know I'm not the only one. So we're going to talk about it today. Yeah, we're going to talk about it today. And you already know what time it is. Go get your tea. Even though I'm not gonna give you too much tea today, go get your tea, okay? And honestly, at this point, if you've been here for these past couple episodes, you should already have your tea ready. I shouldn't have to tell you to go get your tea. Well, you know what time it is, honey. You know what time it is. And I know tea time is a new thing for us, girl, but ever since I got this mug, thanks for the trauma, it's just like, I have to have my tea and I have to remind y'all that it is indeed the fucking trauma. So yeah, go grab your tea, pause right here. Right here, go ahead. We're not gonna carry on without you. Don't worry, okay? Go get your tea, come back, and then we're gonna get right on into it. Woo! Okay. Where do I start? I had posted a TikTok on my lifestyle page, which honestly, girl, if you're not following that page, go over there because all the real trickery and tomfoolery is actually over there. I keep it really, mature and demure over here and on the podcast TikTok, which you should be following as well. But that lifestyle page, girl. Yeah, we're on some real crazy raunchy shit over there. So go ahead and follow that page. But I had put up this TikTok about, if your mind and your heart are conflicting, if they're tussling, then you probably need to get up out of there because you're confused and you're probably in a chaotic situation. And I do still believe that. I y'all know me, or you should, or if you don't, let me let you know. I am the queen of getting up out of there when shit don't make sense. I'm the queen of, if it's not making sense up here, I don't give a damn what my heart got to say. And if I'm gonna be honest, I'm the type of person that put my heart on layaway anyway. So my heart is not even getting a chance to even put an input into, what I got going on. Cause I'm thinking logic first. Every time I'm thinking logic first. And if it don't make sense, I'm getting the fuck up out of there. Now, has this held me back from love, like accepting love and giving love? Absolutely. I'm not even gonna lie. 1000%. I've always been this way, and it has posed some challenges for me when it comes to making decisions on love and relationships. And clearly, just because you're thinking logically about love and relationships, and just because you know the right thing to do, doesn't mean that you're going to end up in the right situations. It doesn't mean that you're for sure going to have the right answers. And I think that's where a lot of us mess up, is that we think, okay, I'm thinking with my heart's going to lead me astray because it's emotional, right? The thing about it is your brain and your heart communicate with each other, okay? They're talking to each other all the time, and they're influencing each other all the time. The way your heart feels influences the things that you think. And the things that you think is going to influence how you feel. And there's no way around that. And trying to choose one over the other as your dominant deciding force when you're navigating your relationships with people will end up with you depriving yourself of some other half of yourself, of your heart, of your mind. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm going to be honest, I've led with my mind for a long time. It's difficult for me to lead with my heart. It is very difficult. When I meet a man, I'm analyzing everything about him, and I try to think as logically as I can. And I would be lying if I said that didn't hold my heart back. I would be lying if I said putting the emotional part of me, like that real emotional version of me, to the side on the back burner didn't lead to some sort of, decline in those situations. The other thing about it is a lot of us, when we lead with one or the other, when we try to swap out, or we try to, lead with our heart instead of our mind, sometimes we neglect the other part entirely. It's like you don't fusion them, you just jump from one to another, if that makes sense. For example, if I'm like, I'm not going to think just with my brain, I'm going to think with my heart. But instead of using both, I go all in on heart. I start to neglect brain. I start to neglect logic, okay? And go full on with my heart. That still ends up with you're still probably not going to get the right fucking answer. And this is a long-winded way of saying, girl, you have to use your brain and your heart when you're navigating relationships. You can't just rely on logic, just like you can't just rely on emotion and how you feel. You need to listen to both of these things. Even if they are conflicting, your mind and your heart are going to give you pieces to this puzzle. And when you put them together, if together it works, then okay. But if not, then you already know the answer. You already know what you need to do. And I really want us to take these things that our logic is telling us and what our emotions are telling us and put them into a bag, right? And do some cost benefit analysis on this shit. You know what I'm saying? This leads me to another digression, girl. I really want us to do risk assessments on men. Honestly, I'm really ready for the girls to start doing risk assessments on these men, okay? You need to analyze what is the risk going into dealing with this man, okay? What is the probability that these things will happen and what will be the impact? You need to give him a risk assessment code, baby. We're signing racks to niggas now, okay? And if your risk assessment code lets me know that you're gonna be tearing up my nervous system and my life, then I probably am not going to fuck with you. I'm probably not going to give you any time. That's what the girls need to be doing. Real life. Honestly, girl, when you start dealing with that man, you really do need to assess what is the risk of dealing with him? What are the possibilities with this man? And the truth about it is, no, you cannot know everything about a person, but you can 1000% spot those signs that show you who they are. Show you in what ways they are good for you and what ways they are bad for you, what risks are associated with dealing with this person, and you can really assess the impact that it will have on your life. But I digress. My point about it is, take everything your heart is telling you, take everything your logic is telling you, and analyze those things together. Not one or the other, but together. I think the greater part of knowing when you're ready for love, knowing when a situation is okay for you, is knowing yourself. Because your mind sometimes lies to you, your heart sometimes lies to you. And the more that you know about yourself, the more you can recognize when these things are lies. The more you can recognize when these things are fueled by other little parts of your personality or your upbringing or your trauma that's really impacting how you're interacting with love and relationships in general, not just with a specific person, but sometimes specific to a certain person. And I really want us to take the pressure off the girls. The reality is there is no right answer. There is no like precise math or science to this shit. There's no science to figuring out which path to take. Should I choose my mind? Should I choose my heart? No, actually, maybe you should put it together and just assess from there and see what the bigger picture is and see what you actually desire and what you are willing to do, but only up to the point where you can still sleep at night. Only up until the point where you're not inherently harming yourself. You know what I'm saying? By dealing with someone or being in a relationship with someone. We are always in these battles over love. I see this on TikTok all the time, on social media. Like I think people right now are craving love, craving companionship more so than ever because access to other people is like right at our fingertips. We're always connected to somebody else, but we don't always have intimacy with somebody else. We don't always have true interconnection with somebody else. And I think so many people really want that. And it's difficult to find, especially when you're navigating a world with a lot of people who haven't yet figured themselves out. A lot of people who haven't yet, learned enough about themselves to know how to handle someone else with care, to know how to handle certain situations. I wish there wasn't so much a press on being in love and being in a relationship and having somebody around, and more of a press on getting to know who you are truthfully and wholeheartedly, so that when you're with this person and you have them around, when things arise, you already know yourself well enough to know how you're going to interact, what you're going to do. And, honestly, I can say that about myself, that I'm really proud of myself for knowing myself well. There are a lot of things this year I've learned about myself, especially through my love and relationships. This year has been an interesting year for relationships for me. I'm not going to lie. It's been a very interesting year. Did not at all play out as I thought it would. I started this year with a heartbreak. I started this year with the end of something that I really, really cherished, with somebody that I really cared about. I'm trying to do things the best that I can, but I'm also recognizing that my logic isn't always going to get me to where I need to be. And also, it's okay to let my heart in. It's okay to, keep my eyes wide open while also using my heart. Like nobody's saying, don't misconstrue me, please. I'll never say lean wholeheartedly on your heart and just listen to your heart. I will always tell you, listen to your heart, but keep your eyes open. Listen to your heart, but also listen to your brain. What is your logic telling you? And how do these two go together? I didn't want this episode to be a really long one. I feel like last episode was a long one and it was a deep one, a little bit of a deeper one. So this one, I kind of just wanted to keep it a little bit light. I just hope that for anybody in this situation, this gives you some insight into how you should consider navigating the conflict. At the end of the day, do what's gonna make you happy, but also don't set yourself up for failure if you don't have to. So, yeah. With all that being said, honey bunny, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I cannot wait to see you guys next week in the next one. Honestly, maybe we'll talk about some pop culture shit. I haven't watched that Diddy documentary, but my best friend Ashley told me I need to watch it for the culture. Also, Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk's widow were having a debate tonight, apparently. And I really just read this as Charlie Kirk's love of his life and his wife having a debate tonight. I don't know what is going on the interwebs, but it's getting very hectic out here in these streets. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do pop culture next week, honey. Don't worry. I got some laughs coming for you and some more TikToks. I hope you guys like when I put those in. Let me know. But anyway, until next time, I will see you guys in the next episode. Mwah.